Hello, trick-or-treaters. Okay, so I got this game called Hinge, Episode 1. It's supposed to be a super awesome horror game, and it came on my curatorship. So excited, I'm like, hails to the yes. I'll accept it, do a review, so I was gonna stream it here, and then I saw this pop up. This is a user agreement before it will let it install. And this is super interesting what they're doing here. So before I agree, I'm gonna read this thing because it's very rare to see a user's agreement on a VR game. They just kind of don't do it. So let's see what this says. It says, please read the following end-user license agreement before installing Hinge. The game software. Technical name. By installing, copying, and or otherwise using the game software, you agree to be bound by the terms of this agreement and set forth by Arcadia Inc., a Delaware corporation, and its affiliated companies, collectively Arcadia Inc. Your use of this game software is also subject to the terms and conditions set forth in the Steam subscriber agreement and or other terms set forth by Valve Corporation in relationship to the Steam service. If you agree to the terms set forth in this agreement, select I accept. Which actually it's I agree. Okay, to install the game software, and to indicate your acceptance of these terms and your understanding of the conditions of the use of the game software. If you do not agree, select I do not accept. Okay. Alrighty, let's go to the safety portion. Okay, this is where it gets crazy. Safety. You agree, and this is all in bold. This is crazy. You agree that you shall abide by the safety guide or other relevant notices provided by your virtual reality hardware manufacturer at all times during your use of the game software. You acknowledge that you have located, read, and understood our virtual reality hardware manufacturer guidelines, and that if you are using an HTC Vive, this safety information includes HTC safety and regulatory guide for the Vive. Your actions while using game software could place you, people near you, pets, and objects in danger. By choosing to use the game software, you voluntarily acknowledge and accept any and all risks associated with the use of the game software. Alright, that's pretty standard. I don't know why we need this. Okay, while using the game software, you will be moving your hands, feet, and body. While wearing a virtual reality headset and using the game software, you will not be able to see anything in a physical room around you. The image displayed in the headset will not match the real world. While using the software, if you move your feet, you do so and maintain your balance. Be aware of your headset's cable at all times and do not trip on it. Falling and or striking an object with your head, limbs, or body could cause serious injury or death to yourself or others. It is strongly recommended that you use the game software only under the supervision of another person who may provide warning to you of any safety hazards that may arise or that you may approach while using the game software. Be sure you can hear the supervising person at all times using the game software. Alright. guess they think we're stupid. Okay, continuing. While using the hand controllers, while using the game software, always check that you have sufficient overhead and surrounding clearance to allow you to fully extend your arms, outwards and upwards. Hold the controls firmly and always use the wrist straps. Do not use near stairways, windows, heat sources while using the game software. Avoid moving your hands or body in a rapid or uncontrolled manner. Doing so may cause serious injury to yourself and others. You acknowledge and agree that you will not rely on any mechanism in the software, including the auto pause feature for protection. Okay, each time you use this software, you acknowledge, dang it, a little too far. You acknowledge that using the game software with your virtual reality hardware may involve a test of your physical and mental limits and may carry with the potential of serious injury and property loss or death. The risk of using game software may include, but are not limited to, those caused by loss of balance, caused by inability to see physical surroundings, caused by inability to hear sounds in physical surrounds, caused by any part of your body hitting or otherwise contacting people or objects in the physical surroundings, caused by repetitive or strenuous motion of any part of your body, caused by involuntary motion or action or any part of your body, caused by the stress of your eyesight or hearing from frequent or prolonged use. For some individual sequences of images may be displayed by the game software on the virtual reality headset screen, including but not limited to images of rapid flashing lights that could induce epileptic seizures. Due to the immersion nature of the game and software, you may feel compelled to move your body or limbs in an uncontrolled, rapid, or otherwise unsafe manner. You may feel compelled to move or reach beyond the safe boundaries of the play area you have prepared when following your virtual reality manufacturer safety guidelines. You agree that if you choose to use the game software, you will avoid such actions at all times, and that it is solely your responsibility to move and act in a safe and controlled manner while using the game software. You acknowledge and agree that you will not rely upon the mechanisms of the game during the auto pause feature for perfection. You may feel overwhelmed by the immersive nature of the game and software. You may experience intense physical and psychological sensations during or after its use. You acknowledge that you are capable of removing your virtual reality headset at any time during the use of the game software in order to cease experiencing the game software, to check your location within your physical surroundings to provide yourself with adequate rest and recovery, and for other reason to ensure your mental or physical comfort and safety. Man, this must be like scaring the bejesus out of people. You gotta put this in writing. Really? This software is not intended for use by children. Children may be unable to maintain safe control of their actions if permitted to use the game software. You agree that you will not allow children under the age of 14 to use the software. You agree that persons under the age of minority, 18 years of age in the United States, shall be supervised by an adult at all times while using the game software. It is further recommended that all persons be supervised using the game software to ensure safety. You acknowledge that you are voluntarily participating in the use of the game software entirely at your own risk, and you are aware of the risks associated with using the game software, which may include, but are not limited to, physical or psychological injury, pain, suffering, illness, disfigurement, temporary or permanent disability, including paralysis, economic or emotional loss and death. You understand that these are the injuries or the outcomes may arise from other use of the game software. included due to your own or others' negligence. Nevertheless, you assume all related risks, both known and unknown to you, of using the game software. Correct. Limited license use. The term game software includes the software included in the video game, associated media, any software associated with the online mode of the video game, subject to additional terms and use applicable to such online mode. Any printed materials, manuals, any online or electronic documentation, and any or all copies of such software and materials, Arcadia Inc. grants to you the non-exclusive, non-transferable, limited right and license to install and use one copy, okay, on your computer hard drive at any given time solely for your personal use, the license. All rights not specifically granted under this license are hereby reserved by Arcadia as applicable and its licensors. The game software is licensed to you, not sold. This license does not give you any title or ownership of the game software, and you should not be construed as a sale or transferred intellectual property or other rights of game software. Okay, I got it. Ownership. You agree and acknowledge that all title, ownership rights, and intellectual property rights connected with the game software and any copies of therein, but not limited to any derivative works, titles, computer code, themes, objects, character names, stories, dialogues, catchphrases, locations, concepts, artwork, graphics, animation, sounds, musical compositions, audio, visual effects, text, screen displays, methods of operations, moral rights, applets, incorporated into the game software, and any related documentation are owned by Arcadia NIC or its licensors. The game software is protected copyrights of the United States, international copyright treaties and conventions, common law, and other laws, all rights reserved. License conditions and restrictions. Okay, can we even stream this game or show a YouTube video? They're pretty restrictive here. Okay, you agree to only use the game software or any part of it in a manner that is consistent with this license, and you shall not, without written permission from Arcadia, use, advertise, or exploit in any manner the game software and or of its parts commercially, including but not limited to use of a cyber, internet cafe, computer gaming center, or any other location-based site. Okay, well, it's my home computer. It's not commercial. Without a separate additional license. Okay, so if you want to play in arcades or something, you got to get a real commercial license from them. The use of the game software to permit the use of the game software in a network, multi-user arrangement, or remote access arrangement, including online use, except otherwise explicitly permitted. Okay, so remote access, I'm not doing that. It's not my network, but Steam does allow for family share, but I'm not doing that. So hey, I'm not doing that. Arcadia Inc. I'm just reading this. Okay, make copies of the game, or okay, they don't want you to pirate the game. Gotcha. Sell, rent, lease, dispute it. Gotcha. Don't pirate. Pirates go to prison. Just remember that. Reverse engineer, decode, decompile. Nope. Okay, we're not doing any of that. Remove, disable, or circumvent any security protections. Nope. Not modifying it. Remove, modify. Nope. Export, report. Nope. Create a data or execute programs to mimic. Nope. Not doing that. Updates and patches, modifications of the game software that must be installed to the user to play the game properly. Any patch or moment. Okay, gotcha. Okay, expressly set forth. Alright. Okay, in no event shall licensees into no consequential damages resulting from possession malfunction, including without limitation losses and damage connected to consisting of lost profits, damage to property, loss of corrupted data files, loss of goodwill, console, computer, or hand device failure, errors, or lost business or other information may result in possession or use of malfunctioning given software, or personal injuries, even if Arcadia has been advised of the possibility of such a loss or damages. Furthermore, in no event shall Arcadia or any of its licensees be liable for special, consequential, or incidental damages resulting from the breach of any express or implied warranties and or any other terms of this agreement. Arcadia total liability in all cases shall not exceed the actual price paid for the game of the software. Okay, so if you're an idiot and you break your neck, you're going to get whatever you paid Steam for it. Without prejudice. Which actually, you probably won't even get that if you played it for 2 hours or more. Okay, that's pretty crazy that they put all this in there. So I didn't see anything saying I couldn't, stream it. So let's go ahead and agree. And let's download. Check this sucker out. It's got to be craziest thing I've ever seen. Alright, so while we're waiting for that,